Soetry format issue.
You can leave it. I fear losing memory of how I got wounded. I feel my vulnerability will peel parts of my skin again, and I will allow it. But I do not want to know how it is like to rewrite a whole library with nothing but the amnesia of yesterday. I do not want scars if I can't remember where they are from. Better I remember how it is like to bleed, hurt, and cry. I think the sky juggles with my tears, throws them up to the ground, then catches them again with its heated arms of light. Science calls that evaporation. Rivers hold the parts I lost, the parts that couldn't go to heaven without me, the parts I can't go to heaven without. Rivers and oceans show how empty we are. I have emptied almost all over myself into bodies of water. Maybe this is why we drown in ourselves, strangled by a body of our childhood, of our innocence, of our pain, of our bleeding. We are not alone in these rivers. Drowning is a body refusing to house too many scars in its wounds and lungs. It is swallowing the people in the water until you can't. We are not land enough for all these bodies. And rocks still wear rivers, as childhood rags still wet with my tears. And I want to remember why I cried, and who I was when I did, to baptize myself in memory, to find the parts I left in the past, the parts warm enough to melt my face into a smile and fists into applauses. Then my tears won't be lowered down into the ground as coffins bury the parts of me. My tears won't be drawn by the wind like ashes of the cremated. I do not want to mourn any part of me as a forgotten memory while I'm still alive. Don't you think that man lost their light, searches for it at night, but finds wallets, thighs of those coming back late from work, now trying to forget their past along with their scars when trying to change? Thinking change is forgetting themselves to be born again without the whips of apartheid on their backs or the evidence of their family's dry blood on their fists. Maybe we should know violence before we know how to care. We know violence like the back of our hands. Isn't it time to open the doors to our scars, to enter into our soft parts? Isn't it time to part the ocean, to go down memory lane? The ocean is waiting for me. I now understand what is meant when it is said that I'm not myself anymore. I packed what was bullied into the river, and the people upstream pushed it into the ocean. Oceans have become libraries we pack memories at, especially of our flaws. The memories of the bodies of our people who jumped ships, of the sharks that knows how courage tastes like. Anthony Anagzagaro says there's no grave like the ocean. And I ask myself, if I forgot the number of times I jumped into the ocean, would I remember how to swim? Would I remember how not to jump from atop these ships making up this city? Would I remember how not to be blown by a wind of bullets? Would I remember how not to drown in my own blood? The ocean is waving eulogies of my memories past. The moon flips a page, a poem away from an anthology. Scars are to the skin what ink is to the paper. Scars are dead memories that resurrect when made into art. Unfortunate are those who are baptized in their memories. It's like the bookworm's insomniac night in a library. It's like reading good poems. The scars are the graveyards, and on the tombstones I read to remind myself of who I truly am, hoping that the memories of my scars are here to stay, on my skin when I'm alive, and in my poems when I'm dead.